Welcome to today's session for CAIIB. Today we'll be solving one important case study. An important case study means it's so important that you'll get it for 5 marks. Be sure about it. Because one case study on this liabilities and assets does come. It's from module C basically. Okay. So pay attention to it. Let's start with the motivation. When obstacles arise, you change your direction to reach your goal. You do not change your decision to get there, right? Means whenever you face any problem, don't change your final destination. Always you can change the ways of doing things. Okay. Download this Adda 24/7 app on your mobile to get the updates on various banking exams as well as the study material and video lectures. Also, use this Y432 code to get a flat discount of 80%, 77 to 80%. Okay, on various materials on Adda. Remember, we are starting a new batch for JAIIB. Tell your friends and social media groups about the new batch. It's just started also. Okay, tell them to join. So let's start with the topic today. Today's case study is for basically this call money, cash credit loan. This is related to a bank. Now, these are the financials of that bank. And based on that financials, we have to answer 5 questions, 4 to 5 questions, whatever they might be. Okay. So now pay close attention to this. International Bank has following repricing assets and liabilities. Now, what do you mean by, firstly, what do you mean by assets and liabilities of bank? What are the assets of bank? Loans are the assets of bank. What are the liabilities? Deposits are the liabilities of bank, right? Simple terms. Okay. Now, second thing which we normally don't face is this call money. See this. What are the items over here? Call money, 300 crores. Cash credit loans, 240 crores. Cash in hand, 200 crores. Savings banks, 300 crores. Fixed deposit, 300 crores. And current deposits, 250 crores. Okay. So these are the assets and liabilities of that bank. We don't know which is the asset, which is the liability. Okay. So now we have to find out first which is the asset and which is the liability. And then we'll go to repricing assets. Okay. So call money is always an asset. Call money is always an asset. Remember this. Okay. Cash credit loans, asset. Because it's a loan, you'll earn interest from that. Cash in hand, asset. Savings banks means basically savings bank deposit, liability. FD, liability. Current deposit, liability. Now we got the difference between asset and liabilities. Call money, asset. Cash CC loan, asset. And remaining cash in hand, asset. All 3 are assets and 3 are liabilities. Okay. Now in this, what do you mean by repricing assets? Repricing means what? Here, which can be priced again and again. Now, how can something be priced again and again? Okay, let's see. Suppose if cash credit loans, okay. In cash credit loans, can you tell me the rate of interest is fixed for your customers or it goes on changing? Means now it is something, next year it will be something. So it changes. Why? That's called as repricing. Why? Because as per the bank's policy and as per the repo rates or the benchmark rates, the loan rates changes. Call money. Same thing, repricing. Because call money rates also change with the changes in the benchmark rates. Okay. So this is also repricing. Means what? The rate of interest is not fixed on that. Simple terms. Okay. Cash in hand. Now, if I am holding 200 crores as cash in hand, suppose if you are holding tomorrow 200 rupees in your pocket, okay, will that any interest rate affect it? 200 is 200 with you. So, cash in hand is not affected by any interest change. When it is applied somewhere in loans or in bonds, then it changes. Then it is affected by interest rates. But if I am holding the cash in my house, huge bucket loads of cash in my house, will any change in interest rate affect it? No. Okay. So of course that is illegal. So it won't affect. Second is, next is savings banks. Now, savings banks rate, are they same or do they keep changing after 5-10 years every time? Okay, they keep on changing. Why? Based on what the current market situation is or what are the benchmark rates. Basically, savings banks is related to what? Money market instruments. So based on the money market instrument rates, savings banks also changes. So it's also repricing candidate. FD. FD rates change or don't change? They change it. So repricing. Current deposits. Do you give any interest on that? No. So if you don't give, then what's the question of rate of interest? Means will it be affected by rate of interest? No. So which are the repricing assets now in this? Say this. Call money and cash credit. Repricing assets. Which are the repricing liabilities now? Cash in hand is out. This asset is out. Savings bank is a repricing liability. And FDR is a repricing liability. Current account is not a repricing liability. Got this point? Once you are clear with these terms, then we'll solve the questions now. Okay. Next question is, what is the adjusted gap in the repricing assets and liabilities? Okay. What is the adjusted gap? What do you mean by gap assets? Gap means what? How many assets are there with me and how many liabilities are there with me? And that also I wanted for repricing only. So I'll exclude that cash in hand and I'll exclude that current account in liabilities. So saving plus FD, liability. Call money plus CC, asset. So total then, saving plus FD is 300 plus 300. And call plus CC is what? 300 plus 240. So this is total 540 asset. And liability is total 600. So what is the gap? 600 minus 540. That is 60 crores. Now this gap, shall I call it positive gap or negative gap? I'll call it negative gap. Why? Because liabilities are more than the assets. Liability means I have to pay more and I'll earn less. Simple. So this is a negative gap. Hence negative gap. See here, assets are less than liabilities, hence negative gap. The cash in hand and current accounts are not subject to repricing as these are not interest bearing, hence have been ignored. Okay. Question number 2. What is the change in the net interest income if the interest rate falls by 2% points across the board? What do you mean by this? See here, the net interest income falls by 2% means the charging on the assets and liabilities falls by 2% across the board. So what will be my change in my income? Okay, means if the rate of interest falls by 2% across the assets and liabilities, what will be the change in my NII, net interest income? So what was the gap? 60 crore was a negative gap. Means what? I was paying more, right? Paying on more, right? Now what happens? If the interest rate overall across falls, so on this 60 crore gap, I'll be paying how much less now? Suppose, let's say, I'll give you an example. Suppose, let's say that rate of interest was 10%. Okay. Across, I was giving. Let's say total is 10%. Okay. On asset also and liabilities also. I'm not keeping any net interest margin. Okay. So 10 crores was the rate of interest I was paying. So how much will I pay now? On 60 crore gap, negative gap, I'll pay 10%. So it will be 60 crore into 10%, 6 crores. That is the net interest outgo after subtracting the assets and liabilities, right? So 6 crore I am paying now. Now what happens? Rate of interest falls by 2%. So it becomes what? 10. Now it becomes 8%, right? Now if it becomes 8%, what is the rate amount I'll be paying now yearly? 60 crores into 8%, right? So what is that? 4 crores 80 lakhs. So what is the difference now? Earlier I was paying 6 crores. With the fall in interest rate, I am paying 4 crore 80 lakhs. So what is the difference now? 1 crore 20 lakh. Now what is that 1 crore 20 lakh? Has it increased my income or has it decreased my income? So earlier I was paying 6 crores. Now I am paying 480, right? What does it mean? I am paying less. It means it will add to my income now. So answer is improves by 120 CR. Okay. So which means the interest cost decline is on this negative gap, which leads to increase in NII. Hence, the increase will be what? 60 crores, this gap, into 2% difference. So 1.2 crore positive. Means I'll earn, it will be shown in my profit part now. Okay. Next, similar one. If the rate of interest rates on assets and liabilities increase by 3%, what is the change in the NII? Now increase. So I am having a negative gap. Same logic. So 60 crores into 3%. Right? So that is 1.80 crores. Now this is what? This will be increase or decline. Means I'll have to pay more now. The interest rate has increased. Right? So I'll have to pay more. So 1.8 crores would be a dent on my P&L account. Hence, what will happen? That will decline that total income. By how much? 1.80 crores. A is the answer. Declines by 1.80 crores. Now this last one and important one. If the interest rate falls on the call money by 1%, on CC by 0.6%, on savings banks by 0.2%, and on FD by 1%. This slide, but I've deliberately mixed this slide and given some wrong answers over here. Why? Because I want you to solve it. Because if you have understood this question number 2 and 3, fifth question is easy for you. It should be very easy for you. So what is the answer expected? Of course, this is not the answer. Let me check how many of you can solve. Okay. How? I'll explain it to you. Call money falls by 1%. So call money falls by 1%. So what will happen? Call money 300 crores into 1%. Now falls means less I'll be paying. So 300 crores into 1%. This much I'll be paying and this much I'll be receiving because call money is an asset. So this much I'll be receiving less. Got that point? This much I'll be receiving less. So how much less will I receive? Of course, this is not the right answer. I know it. So that's what I've deliberately written over here because I know many of you just copy these answers and think that you have understood. Now you have to understand it and solve it. So 300 into 1%, that is 3 crores because it has fallen. So I'll be receiving 3 crores less now on this call money. On CC, 0.6%. So what was the amount of CC? 240 crores. So 240 into 0.6, right? 240 into 0.6. What is it? It's 24 into 6 means 12 into 12 roughly. So 144, right? 1.44. So now on CC also, I'll be receiving 1.44 crores less. So how much less amount I'm receiving now? 3 crores on call money per year. On CC, I am receiving 1.44 crores less. So what is the total amount which I am receiving less now? So it is 4.44 crores. 3 crores for the call and 1.44 crores for the CC. So 4.44 crores I am receiving less. It's not the amount which I am receiving. Means what? Suppose if earlier I was receiving, let's say 10 crores. So due to this less, how much will I receive? 4.44 less means what? 6 and 5.56 I'll be receiving. Okay. So remember, you need not get those figures 5.56 and 10. What less are you receiving? That is important. So you'll be receiving less 4.44 crores. Got this point? Now how much will you be paying less? So savings bank decreased by 0.2. What is the savings bank account amount? 300 crores, right? So 300 into 0.2%. So what will be? It'll be 300 into, let's say 3 to the 6, right? So 300 crores, no? So it'll be what? This gone 30 to the 60. So 60 lakhs roughly. Yeah, 60 lakhs I'll be paying less on savings bank. 60 lakhs I am paying less. On FD, what is the FD amount? 300 crores again. So 300 into 1%. So 3 crores, right? So 3 crores I am paying less on FD now. So how much less I am paying totally? On saving 60 lakhs and on this 3 crores. So what is the total amount which I am paying less now? 3.6 crores. Understand this concept very clearly. I am paying less 3.6 crores. How much am I receiving less? 4.44 crores, right? So remember now, am I in profit or loss? Keep it simple. So I am receiving less by 4.44 crores. I am paying less by 3.66 crores, right? So am I receiving less more or am I paying less more? So basic logic is 4.44 crores I am not getting and I am not giving out 3.60 crores. So what is the difference? 0.84 crores. So this much I am receiving less. Okay, this much I am receiving less. So what is the answer? My net income will fall by 0.84 crores. C is the answer. That's why deliberately I know that many of you just copy this. That's why I have not given the correct answer over here. You need to understand, you need to listen to this video carefully. So the income will decline by 0.84 crores. Why? Because I am receiving 4.44 crores less. I am paying 3.60 crores less. Okay. So my net income will decrease by the difference. That is 0.84 crores. So decline by 0.84 crores. So this is what I wanted to teach you, because this case study you get it many times in the exam, and on seeing such a big case study or seeing such these figures, we get jumbled first only. So don't get jumbled. Get the difference between what do you mean by repricing assets, what are not repricing assets, which are the assets, which are the liabilities. Once you are clear in this, then things become simple. Okay. So keep studying, keep watching. Also, I would again suggest you use this code Y432 on this Adda app. Share it with your friends. We are starting the new batch also for JAIIB, this February batch. So tell your friends and all your colleagues, all your social media friends to join that batch as fast as possible. Okay. So download this Adda app and bye from my side. Keep studying.